All rise. The Honorable Matchmaker Devyn Simone is presiding over another edition of Hoda and Jenna's Relationship Court.
Okay, so here's how it works. Couples will each present their side of a disagreement. After hearing them out, Devyn will issue her final ruling and some words of wisdom that can really help all of us.
All right, cool. All right, Lee, will you tell us about our first case?
It's the case of the work-from-home woes. Ruby and Kevin have been engaged for just over a year. They both work remotely, but struggle with workday boundaries.
Oh, this one's a toughie.
This is bringing back pandemic vibes for some of us.
And some people are still living it. All right, Kevin, you've got 20 seconds to make your case, and Ruby, you'll make yours. All right, go ahead, Kevin.
Thank you. Your honors. I love my fiance very much. That said, we both work from home a majority of the time, and, you know, I'll be in the middle of a work day, and she'll come up to me, interrupt me, and ask me about something, about her day, something she'd seen. And as much as I'd love to hear about it, you know, sometimes I'm in the middle of work, and I need to wait until I'm done with that until we can have a conversation. So I just would like her to respect my work boundaries.
Work boundaries, I hear you. Okay, Ruby, 20 seconds on the clock. Let's hear your side.
So while I prioritize a work-life balance and I take breaks throughout the day, Kevin hardly takes breaks. Sometimes he'll work until midnight. So if he's working all day with minimal breaks, how do I share time-sensitive or exciting information? I think there just needs to be a better work-life balance around, around the apartment.
Okay,
I get that.
I like that. Okay, so you say you want to share time-sensitive and important information. What sort of information do you like to tell your fiance about during the course? What is important?
Sure. So we both met actually doing a show together. We're both actors. So sometimes I have like a really exciting audition, or I work in social media. I've landed like a really exciting client, a really exciting project. And it's something that like I don't want to wait until the end of the day to share with him. But sometimes it's really hard because he just doesn't take breaks, and he has a hard time of establishing like the true end of work day when you're at home.
I think a lot of people are probably feeling this. Kevin, could you ever possibly take a mid-morning coffee break or a lunch break, which people do in the office, to reconnect?
No, that's a good point. I mean, it's just tough because we have like both two very different schedules, so it's hard to like sort of find a time where we both aren't doing something. But that's something we should talk about at the beginning of each day, just like sort of find that time for each other.
When it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Miss Devyn,
okay, Devyn,
what do you think?
I think you guys are adorable, and work from home has its ups and it obviously has its challenges. I think it's easy, especially now with so many of us working from home, to get lost in sort of the rigmarole, and then we forget about our relationship. If you're not careful, work will suffocate the relationship. So you have to be intentional, whether it's at the top of the week, looking at your calendars and carving out time. Doesn't sound romantic, but it's essential to the lifeline of your relationship. So ultimately, if she can't tell you her stories, then she's going to be talking to herself. So I rule in favor of Ruby, and you need to carve out time.
That's a good one. Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Ruby. It's time for case number 2. Lee, what's our case?
It's the case of the parenting style problem. Engaged couple Sherelle and Tyrell have been together for 6 years. They share a 1-year-old daughter and Tyrell's 8-year-old son. They love their children, but don't see eye to eye when it comes to discipline.
Okay, this is a juicy
Yes,
one. A lot
it
of
is.
families have this too. You have 20 seconds on the clock. Sherelle, why don't you make your case first? Go ahead.
Okay, no problem. So Terrell has an 8-year-old son, and we share a 1-year-old daughter, as you heard. And his parenting style is just a little bit different than mine. I am what you might call strict, and he's very lenient. I don't want running in the house. I want the kids to go to bed at their allotted bedtime. And he seems to have different views on those things. But I also grew up in a space where that was the routine.
Rules are rules.
Okay, that makes sense. Tyrell, you have 20 seconds. Tell us how you feel.
Yes, it's true. I'm a little lenient, and I feel with him being a boy that they have much more energy. So his bedtime is 9:15. So if he's in bed at 9:30, it's not going to hurt anybody. And then, he's running around the house. He hates when she runs, or he runs.
Yeah.
So if he hits a wall and he falls, I think it's, he'll learn his lesson at some point.
Okay,
follow-up question.
All right, so let's talk about this. Sherelle, you're a stricter parent. You said that's the way you were brought up.
Yeah.
And do you think it just gives you order in the house? Is that what you're looking for?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
And it also it draws a line between, child and the parent, and, let them remind them that we run the show.
Yeah, you don't run the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tyrell, could you sit down and have a conversation and decide what sort of the medium looks like, what the middle looks like, and rules that y'all both agree on for both kids?
Yeah, we could do it step by step.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Wow.
This is a tricky one, by the way. A lot of people have this issue.
I think most
couples do. Yeah. Okay. So, Devyn, what do you think?
I mean, overall, I actually think these kids are really blessed to have parents that love them, that are on both sides of the spectrum, because it's all about balance.
Yes.
Too much being strict just raises kids that become sneaky, kids that aren't able to really explore, and then being too lenient might take more trips to the hospital or doctor's office if they run into too many walls. So ultimately, it's a good balance. I do think you guys need to sit and find the common ground. They're kids. And so you got to give him a little bit of wiggle room, maybe find some activities he can do to express some of that energy so it's not happening inside the house, even if it means outside in the yard. But ultimately, have a plan ahead of time and stick together, because the best gift that you can give them is consistency and showing them what a partnership and teamwork looks like. Ultimately, I am ruling in favor of both of y'all.
Yes!
Oh.
Well, it's good because it's a partnership,
It really is. And I think when your kid sees you guys, because we know that, sees you guys going on the other side saying, well, Dad said I could, Mom said I can't, then they're like, we win.
And that happens. By the way, the old, they start to say, well, I heard I could do this.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
all right, guys. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate it.
And if y'all have a case that you want to be heard in our relationship court, head to HodaandJenna.com, and all you have to do is hit the connect button.